Hey guys, it's Daps here. Welcome to my YouTube channel. I am super excited to have you here today. In this video, I want to show you step by step A to Z for beginner how you can design a WordPress website using Hotinger. Hotinger is the best budget hosting out there. With a little entry fee, you can have your website up and running. I'll also show you in this tutorial a coupon code that will give you an amazing deal. If this is exactly what you're looking to do, so let's get started into these tutorials immediately. So first off, designing a website used to be complex 10, 15, 20 years ago, but right now it has become seamless. It has become easy thanks to a lot of content management systems out there, especially WordPress. Making it even easy and accessible is Hotinger, bringing in a lot of amazing features with an amazing pricing. Basically, two things you need to have your website. The first thing is to have an hosting account and also a domain name. Easiest way I explain this to a layman is for you to have a piece of land so that you can build your house. Your house in this case is your website. So your domain name is the address of your house. Your domain name is the www. whatever name you want to give your website. WordPress is like a tool, is like your wood, your brick that you use to build your house, and they make it easy with paid builders here and there, drag and drop. You can have your website set up in minutes. Having said that, I believe you have an understanding of what you need and how all these things fit together for you to have your website. And the beauty about it is that with Hotinger, you have access to everything you need, both your hosting server, both a free domain name, and then access to installing WordPress with a click of a button. If this is too good to be true, let's get started immediately. Let me take you to my laptop screen here where I have hostinger.com. So I will leave a link in the description for you to get access to Hotinger. That's an affiliate link. I will appreciate if you can support me with that. Go through my link. As you can see on the screen here, you will have access to 75% off, and you have access to buying for $2.99 per month plus 3 months free. Also in the video description is my coupon code, which we'll use eventually in this tutorial to give us a further slash down. So if you are here right now on my screen, which is hostinger.com, what you need to do without wasting so much of your time is for you to just hit this claim deal button. It will bring you down here. In my experience, the premium hosting plan is always good enough. And that starts from $2.99 and you have amazing 3 months free. So if you scroll down here, you will see top features for this plan, and you will see that this hosting plan is able to host up to 100 websites, 100 gigabyte SSD storage, weekly backups, unlimited free SSL, unlimited bandwidth. You have access to free emails, so it means you can create emails at yourdomain.com, and that makes you look highly professional. So everything you need to do to get started with your business or whatever you want to do with your website is right inside this plan. Without wasting so much time here, what you have to do is just hit add to cart button, and then we have more options to work with our hosting plan. So right now, if you scroll down here, you would see everything you would get all in one solution: manage WordPress, WordPress acceleration, free website migration. Absolutely yes. If you have your WordPress somewhere before, Hostinger will help you set it up on your hosting server within 24 to 48 hours. As a matter of fact, I think that's a long time to wait, because I have a tutorial that will show you step by step how to migrate an existing website. As a matter of fact, with a few click of a button, you will need to back up your website, you will need to back up your database. You will just use a free plugin to migrate your website. It's super simple, super easy. So you can check my Hostinger playlist for that tutorial. I'll also leave that link to that tutorial in the video description in case that's where you are, that's what you want to do. The next thing we have to do here is to choose a period for our hosting plan. And this is very, very important, because you can be saving a lot of money if you get things right here. A lot of people don't pay attention to this, but this is extremely, extremely important. So let me show you something. You would see here that by default, you have the 48 months plan, and that's the only option that gives you a 3 month free. So it means if you invest in this, you will not just be having access to 48 months plan, but 51 months. And that's not even everything. I want you to understand what is called entry fee in the world of web hosting. Every hosting out there have this culture of entry fee. They try to make entry level easy for people. Amazing deals, amazing pricing at entry level, so that when you are about to renew, you start paying heavily. So as you can see here, Entry fee here is 2.99, and this plan renews at 6.99 per month. So let's go back to 24 months now. You will see that even though the entry fee to here is 2.99, but this plan renews at 7.99 per month. So also the same thing for the 12 months plan. You will see that it's the same thing right now at entry fee at 2.99, but this renews at 9.99 per month. We are shifting here from 6.99 to 9.99, and that's crazy. That's a lot of money on the table. As a matter of fact, I applaud the fact that Hotinger is able to give up to 48 months. As a matter of fact, 51 months for free at entry level. Most hosting accounts at most will give you 2 years because they want you to easily exhaust the entry level so that you can start paying at that heavily renewal fee. So I will always advise people pick the 48 months plan. If you can invest in that, you should pick that because you will enjoy up to 51 months entry level and you renew at 6.99, and that's Hostinger saying that we reward people who invest in more on a long-term basis. So that's exactly how to save more with Hostinger. But again, you can come down here and see what you are supposed to pay. Ideally, you can see what you should be paying here. You should be paying $575.52, but we are paying $143.52 for a 51 months plan. So now let's even try to use my coupon code to get something even way better. Typing in Daps and clicking the apply button, you would see that now you can pay $129.17. That's an amazing deal. So if you come back up here, you will see that from a 2.99, you now have 2.69 for you to invest in the 48 months plan. So in case this is too much for you to pay for a 51 months plan, that's over 4 years. You can switch to a 24 months plan, and let's come down here so you can see you are paying an amazing $64.58 for this. This is an amazing deal. So once you come down here, I will always advise people to go for the 48 months plan. You can see that I intentionally did not even mention anything about the monthly hosting plan because that, in my opinion, is a rip-off. Paying 11.99 flat fee every other month is an amazing rip-off. I would never encourage anybody to go that route. Once you are done here choosing a period for your hosting plan, you can come down here. You will need to add an email account here. You will need to choose your preferred payment method, credit card, PayPal, whatever works for you is fine. If it's PayPal, you can just put the details here and then submit the secure payment. So that's everything you need to do for you to complete your secure payment with Hostinger. So once that is done, we can continue. So you can also check your email account for you to see necessary details about your hosting that will be sent to you. You can change your password. You can do whatever you want to do with all of those links and set things up. But once you do that, it should bring you to this screen here where you can then start now. So you see this option, this button here that says start now. And if you click this, it will ask you if you want to create a new website or you want to migrate an existing website. But what we want to do in this case here is to create a new website. So right now, let's hit select. And now it will ask you if you want to use WordPress or you want to use Hostinger Builder with AI. For the purpose of this example, we'll be focusing on installing WordPress and using WordPress. As a matter of fact, in a previous video, I have shown step by step how to use Hostinger Builder with AI to build an amazing website. So you can check that out in case you want to experiment with Hostinger AI Builder. You'll be wowed, you'll be blown away with what you can do with your AI to design your website. If you're going to see that video with Hostinger template at AI, you can check the video description, or I might just put it on the screen right here. So right now, let's stick with WordPress and let's hit select here. And then we'll have to create our WordPress account details. You have to choose your language. English language is enough. Administrator email, this is good. And here I will have to choose a password. I will always advise that you choose an encrypted password you can easily remember. So let me do that for myself. Immediately you're done with that, you can just hit the continue button. And here, Hostinger will be asking you to install plugins, but sincerely, we want to skip this and manage plugins eventually later. So here, which do you prefer? Hostinger is suggesting that you install some themes, but again, I want us to skip. Right here, you can see automate your text creation with AI. So as a matter of fact, you can provide your brand name details and let ChatGPT do some things for you, your brand name, description about your business, or whatever. But you can do that and then continue, but I will not be doing that in this tutorial. I will do another tutorial specifically for this. Let's skip this and I will write content later. So right now here, you have the option to claim a free domain, choose an existing domain, or I can just use the domain name I own here. So in case you're doing this for the first time, you are buying your account, you have this option here to claim a free domain. And if you want to do that, it's quite very simple. You select this, you enter the preferred name you want to use, and then the TLD, maybe it's .com, .me, .xyz, .help, but most likely there are people love to do .com, which I also love to do. And then you can search. Once it's available, you can continue. But for the purpose of this example, I registered dapsbook.com just recently, and I want to stick with that. I want to leave my free domain name to use eventually later. So right now, I will select this, and this is it. I have dapsbook.com here, so I will select this option. Your server should always ideally be closest to where your visitors are coming from, not necessarily where you are. So right now, this server location is in North America. I really do not care right now because this is a test tutorial. So I can hit the edit button for me to see other server locations that they have. So right now, if I hit this right now, so you can see I have several options right now with my server location, 2 locations in North America, in Europe, France, Netherlands, United Kingdom, Lithuania. I also have in Brazil, in India, in Singapore. For example, you can be in France and you want to create a website that you want to sell products to people in the United States. So your server should be in the United States. So that's a tip for you on how to choose your server location. So I will leave this as is, but that's literally up to you to figure out what server location you should choose. So once you're done with this, you can just click the finish setup button. That's literally everything we need to do. So you can see Hotinger is setting up our WordPress website and our website is installing. So we have to give this some few seconds to finish up. That's it. You can see, well done, you're ready. So we have 2 things here: edit our website or go to control panel. I love to go to control panel first to make sure that things are in order before I start editing or building my website. So let's go to manage. So let's go to our control panel. Once I'm here, I want to check a few things. I want to make sure that my SSL is well installed first. So if I scroll down here and I come to security, I can come to SSL. So you can see SSL is installed for request domain. So you can see my SSL is active. In some instances, it may still be installing. So you want to give this time for SSL to install correctly. And sometimes it might fail. So you need to, if it fails, you can just come to the option here and you see a place for you to reinstall, as opposed to uninstall from here. So another thing I love to do here before I go to my WordPress is for me to also come down to advanced. I can come to my PHP configuration. So anytime I'm trying to design a new website, I love to use the latest PHP version. I might encourage you to do so as well, but that might cause some problems with some plugins. But again, if you are very particular about a type of plugin or a theme you want to use, you're very concerned to design your WordPress website, you may want to confirm if those plugins or themes are compatible with the latest version of PHP so that you don't run into problems. For the purpose of this example, if you're very open, you don't really have anything specific in mind, you're just looking to how to design something for yourself, then you can switch this to the latest version of PHP. I can leave this for a long time, for years, even if there are new updates, and then I'm just checking in between variation until when I'm sure that every plugin I'm using and themes I'm using are compatible with this version. So that's a tip for you. It's literally up to you. You can leave this. So I will confirm to change this to 8.2. All right, so our PHP version has been updated. And finally, another thing I love to do here is to come to domain. So I can come to Dapsbook here. I can come to manage. So what you want to do here is to make sure that your domain privacy is on. So if you scroll down here, you can see who is privacy. You always make sure that you turn this on. So that's very, very important. So for example, right now, if I search who is domain lookup and I come down here. So if I type in Daps group and then I hit the search button, you can see this is the domain name. This is when it was registered, and this is the name server. So you can see none of my information here that I provided for my domain name is here. So you can see everything is redated for privacy. But if that privacy button is not on, every of the details you provided will be here: your name, your phone number, and everything. And you don't want people spamming you, disturbing you because of that. So that's really, really, really very important. So you need to come here to ensure that this is turned on. So this is free, in my opinion. So if it is, then why not use it? So that's it. So these are the little things I do before I start editing my website. So once I'm done now, I can come back and then I can come to edit website. So you can see this is a preview of a website by a customer of Hotinger. Thank you. I can close this up. So we have our dashboard here, even though it's called preview. That's fantastic. So we can just come down here and just hit the visit site, open it in a new tab for us to see exactly what our website would look like. So you can see this is a preview. I don't know why this is loading preview. So let's just load the URL directly. All right, so that's it. So we can see this is dapsbrook.com. You can see we have a secured padlock here, and we already have a WordPress website live. So what I have on my screen here is not the exact website we want to have. We want to have something sleek. I don't know the kind of website you want to build, whether or not you want to design a portfolio website, you want to create a blog, you want to do whatever you want to do. I'll show you exactly how to use free template for you to design your website. I don't want to use this preview anymore. I just want to show you how things are done with WordPress. So most times if you come to your WordPress website like this, for you to be able to go to the backend of your website, you just need to come to your domain name here and do /wp-admin. So let me show you that. So once you do that and you click the enter button, this would naturally take you to the backend of your website where you can log in using your username and your password. In this case here, we will be using our email account, since we use our email as admin details initially when we're creating this WordPress website. So now use my password and then I can hit the login button. This is exactly what the default WordPress look like. This is the latest version as of today, but again, I can just close all of this up. First things first, I love to do cleanup. I love to just tidy up my WordPress website first before I do anything, any form of building or customization. So let's do that. Let's come now to plugins. Let's come to install plugins. You can see here that we have a number of plugins installed for us. I would love to delete literally all of them. So right now, let's select this all in one. Let's select Hotinger, Lightspeed, WP Cache, and let's come to bulk action below here. Let's deactivate all of them and let's hit apply. Fantastic. That's it. The only plugin here I would advise you to keep is the Lightspeed Cache plugin. This plugin will be useful for you eventually when you are done with your website to cache your website. That would increase your website speed. So I will encourage you leave it. Apart from that, I would love to delete all of these plugins. So once I come here, I can just come up here and click this here. It will highlight every of the plugin. I can just untick Lightspeed Cache so that I can activate that once we are done. And then I can either come up here or come below here to bulk action. I can come to delete and then I can apply. And I will confirm this and all of these plugins will be deleted, except for our Lightspeed Cache. That's it. We are cleaning up things. So now let's come to appearance. Let's come to themes. So you can see by default here, we have 3 themes, default 2023, 2021, and 2022 installed here. So I would want us to delete this since we don't want to use them. So let's click this, let's delete this. Let's do this, let's delete this as well. All right, so that's fantastic. So we have the 2023 theme alone installed. So the next thing for us to do right now is for us to install a WordPress theme. Theme is just like the design of your website. Regardless of the kind of website you want to design, you should be able to find a theme that should at least be close to what you would like to design. So let's come to add new. Right now, you can see we have a number of theme here. So if you scroll down here, the first theme we are seeing here, the second row is Astra, and that's the theme that I would want us to install. So let's install this theme. And there's still a number of themes that you can still play around with, that you can have amazing template that you can use for your website. Ocean WP is one of them. Neve is one of them. Fantastic themes, lightweight themes that will do good for your website. There is the one I'm trying to look for that I love to use. I think it's not here again. It used to be somewhere around here, and that is Kidding's theme. So Kidding's is not here right now, so you can just do a search for them. But for the purpose of this example, let's stick with Astra, and then we have installed this. Let's activate this theme. So you can see now that this theme is active right now. This is not active, so you can just come here and then delete this theme since we're not using it anymore. Always have the culture of keeping your WordPress website clean. So right now, you would think that this is what we should be having here, but eventually it is not. So let's come down here. Let's do a refresh of what we have. You can see we have something plain, something basic. This is not it. So we are getting closer. So for us to be able to install template from Astra, we need to install a plugin from them. So let's come to plugins. Let's come to add new. We can then come here and search for starter template. You can see that we have this template here by Brainstorm Force, and it has 1 million active installations. So that's the good way to come here. We could have just followed this prompt here that says thanks for installing Astra. Did you know that Astra come with a dozen already to use starter template? So we can just hit this button to install it as well. So either way, we would have been able to install a starter template. But again, it's okay. We have come this route of coming to the plugin and installing. So let's just install now. And you can see automatically this has been activated for us. So now it's bringing us here, get started with a starter template. So you can watch this video in case you want to, but I don't think I want to do that right now. So let's build your website. Astra is asking you what is your preferred page builder, block editor, which is the default WordPress Gutenberg, Elementor or Beaver builder. In my opinion, Elementor is the best. Elementor is the #1 WordPress builder. It gives you access. You can easily find free element, free template with Elementor. So I would use the route of Elementor. If this is your first time trying to design your website, I would advise you stick with Elementor. It's easier to use. You can scroll down and down to search for the template that will best fit what you want to design, but you can use the filter here for you to filter between all or the premium ones, or come to the popular or the latest ones, or you can just come to categories here to filter them by categories. So let's say, for example, you want to design a restaurant website. So for example, let's come to restaurant. You can see that we have themes here under restaurant. Unfortunately, all these themes here are premium. So you can see, but you can see this one here is free. It's not having a premium badge. Even though it's a coffee house, you can still customize this even if it's not coffee you're trying to sell in your restaurant. But this is a stick house. You can also, and this is a beautiful website, so you can change the pictures. You can customize this to look like your restaurant. So if you keep scrolling down, you see more themes and more themes. So let's say, for example, you want to even design an e-commerce store. It could even be a learning management. You want to design a learning management with this LMS. So let's come down here. So you can see that there are quite a number of themes here. This is an online health coach. This is a Lean Dash Academy theme. This is Learn Baking. This one is premium. So you can see there are quite a number of themes here that you can use. This is an online cooking class. Fantastic things here. And majority of these themes here are free for you to use. So that's exactly how to find the best theme for your website. So for the purpose of this example, I might possibly have to stick to one. I don't know what I want to stick to, but let me come to personal site in case you want to design a portfolio website. So I rather want to stick with, let's just say, portfolio and CV, and let's see the templates we have. So you can see this is a personal portfolio website. This one is more generic so that we can see exactly what we can do with it. So right here we have a preview of what this thing would look like. So you can literally, so we can even close this here for us to see exactly what our website would look like if we were done designing this. So you can see this is beautiful, beautiful, beautiful stuff you can do here. This is just for demonstration purpose. So right now you can come here, upload a logo, but I don't want to do that right now. I want us to publish this website first before we now then go into some WordPress settings. So let's just skip this and continue. And then you can choose a color palette for yourself in case you don't want to deal with these colors. You can just come down here, choose different colors. So you can see I can leave this as is right now. You can also change the font here, but again, like I said, I don't want to waste so much time trying to customize the website now. But these are things you can just do fast. So for the purpose of this example, let's just continue. The last step here, Astra will be asking you for you to tell a little bit about yourself. In case you want to do that, that's okay by you, and I agree to receive these letters from them. That's fine. But I will just skip that. I will submit and build my website. Astra is installing required themes, plugins, and forms for our website, and this may take some few seconds. In less than 1 minute or two, this should be done. So let's give this some time to finish up. All right, so you can see, congratulations, our website is done and is ready. So you can click here to view your website, but since we have it open here, we can come here and refresh this to see what we have right now. So you can see the exact same template is what we have right now. And isn't this amazing? So let's come back right now and let's come here to exit to our WordPress dashboard. And now you can see that we have more options now. We have options now for Astra, for Elementor, and some other things here like WP forms that have been installed on our website. So these are the needed plugins for Astra to produce a template, and that's quite beautiful. So there's some settings around WordPress I think you should be familiar with before we continue, and these things are very, very important. So if you come to settings and come to general, you want to come here and make sure that your website title, it can be dapsbrook.com, but for me, I might not want to call it dapsbrook.com. The domain name is dapsbrook.com. My website name can be dapsbrook, so I might want to change that. And while changing that, you can see that this is changing right here now to Dapsbrook. And then you want to create a tagline for your website. I can just say WordPress tutorials with Daps, for example. Okay, so right now that is done. And the next thing you want to do here is your WordPress URL. So you can see that by default here, your WordPress URL is HTTP, but you want to make sure that you change this to HTTPS because you have SSL installed. HTTP is the unsecured protocol, and while HTTPS is the secured protocol. So if you don't do this, you have issues with search engines because Google is not able to differentiate between the HTTP or the HTTPS. So you want to always force your traffic to HTTPS, and that's very, very important. So we have to change this now to HTTPS. That's it. So this is done. You can change your site language here. By default, this is English, United Kingdom, where I am. My location is London. I want to change this location to your location so that you have an accurate time of your WordPress website. So this, I will leave this by default, but you can change this to whatever suits your style. So you can change the date format and also change the time format as well. So your week starts on Monday or on Sunday, depending on how you want to structure your WordPress website. That's everything here. So you can see allow Brainstorm Force product to track non-sensitive usage. If you want to allow that, it's fantastic. If you don't want to, you can just untick that. But I will leave that for the purpose of this example, and I will hit the Save Changes button. This may log me out of this website for me to sign in again because I am changing the protocol directly to a new one. So let's do that. As I said, this has logged me out, so let's sign back in. Okay, so right now, so you can see that this has been updated and this is fantastic. The next settings I want to emphasize on is your permalinks. You need to pay attention to your permalinks. It's very, very important for your SEO structure. So the ideal, so what you can see here is a custom. You can see index.php. So let me show you exactly how that would have looked like. So if you come to our website now, so if I come to our about page, you can see that my about page is saying dapsbook.com index.php/about. A lot of people have issues with this. As a matter of fact, I have a dedicated tutorial around that on my WordPress that address issues of removing index.php, and that's them not paying attention to their permalink structure. And that's very, very important. So if you come back here, I will advise people to choose the post name. It is the best structure for SEO. So if you do this right now and you hit the Save Changes button, it will change a lot of things around your permalinks. So let's come back here now and let's refresh this page. So you can see that the index.php is gone and you just have dapsbook.com/about. And that's literally how to work around with some of these settings in WordPress. So you can go all around and check out for privacy, for media, for discussions, for readings, for writings. There are a lot of settings you may want to play around with, but for here, I really don't see anything you want to do. The two things I just touched there are just the most critical settings that you have to pay attention to in your WordPress website. That's it for WordPress settings. Very, very important things to do. So the next thing we want to do now is to see how we can customize our website. So for us to edit this page right now, we can just easily come to edit with Elementor. And the good thing right now is that we are now in the world of AI. Elementor now has AI. You may need to create an account with Elementor for you to be able to use their free AI. So we can just continue this. So I like to close the navigator first, but this makes it very easy for you to be able to navigate between sections, rows, and columns. It makes it easier so that you can know where each of the elements here fit on the screen, but it confuses sometimes as well. So I really like to close this so that I can have all these elements here. So you can see while clicking on all of these, you can see that they are clickable and they are editable. So you can change this image, you can change all this text here. You can literally change this to whatever you're comfortable with, and it's super easy to use Elementor Page Builder to customize things. So let's say I'm a web developer and I just want to change this from Watson here. Once I click this, so you can see I have the option here to change this right now on this live website or change it here. And I can edit with AI like I said earlier. But if I click the edit with AI, for example, you can see that I need to step into the feature with AI. I just need to connect. I need to create an account and then connect. So now here I can sign into Elementor account or create an account with Elementor. So if you're new, if this is your first time using Elementor, you might just need to create an account. For you to create an account, you just need to provide an email account and a password. So right now I will just use my email account and I will use my password. So once I provide my email and password, I can then create my account. All right, so you can see, do I want to connect my Dapsbook to this user? Absolutely yes. So I hit the connect button. So I need to approve terms and condition and privacy policy and then hit the get started button. So you can see here a lot of things I can do here. Simplify language, make it longer, make it shorter. I can do a lot of things. Let's just say make it longer, for example. So you can see we have a lot of text here now about myself. Hello, it's a pleasure to introduce myself. I am Natalie Watson, a professional web developer. This. You can see all of those things. It's crazy, literally. But I can just literally just copy this text here. I can copy this. I can just close this and leave this the way it is, and then put the text here. I should have just generated that text here and just leave this as is, and then I can just paste that here. So you can see this is exactly how you can come up with content for your website. You can literally just, I can change this from Watson. Like I said, I can change it here. I can also change it on the live website. I can change this to Daps. And then I can come to my image. I can also edit this with AI too as well and expand this image. I can resize this image. I can generate fill. I can do variations. I can just say image type. I want it to be photogenic. Style, I want it to be portrait. And then I can generate images. You can see that this AI is trying to generate an image here that looks exactly like this, but you can see this is not really popping out well. Maybe I'm not well descriptive, and personally I'm not always that very good trying to describe things. You can see people, once you see the prompt they use to generate images with Midjourney and all these other tools, they know how to come up with those words. A black man who has smiling using this, has a fair color with this kind of hair. And if you know how to be very descriptive, then you will know how to get the best out of ChatGPT or these AI tools. That's my personal challenge. So I'll just leave this. You can literally just change this to your own image, and you can use stock images. I love to use, for example, pexes.com. Here you will get royalty-free images that you can use on your website, and they are pretty much stock images, quality, good images. So you can come down, you can search for images, you can use keyword, you can just say web developer. So you can see lots of images here are popping up around designing website, web developer. So you can just pick random images that you want, beautiful, colorful images here, and then you can download them directly. But if you hit this now, it will download the highest resolution. So you can click this here for you to pick the perfect resolution for you, and maybe large, medium, or something custom, and just use the exact size that you want. And it's absolutely amazing. So I love to go this route. So I'm just showing you what's possible instead of using AI generate images. So that's it. You can just go around, change text here, change things here and here and there. Everything here is editable. You can remove any element you don't want to use. So for example, if you right click this right now, you can delete this, and that button is literally gone. You can change the background image here by clicking this and go to style. You can see the background image here. You can change it. So Elementor is quite very easy to use. I cannot possibly teach you everything you can do with Elementor in this tutorial. You may want to check out more tutorials on my channel about Elementor, or generally on YouTube about Elementor, for you to get the best out of this page builder. But this is literally how super simple and easy it is for you to customize your website on the front end. And once you are done here, all you have to do is hit the update button, and then your changes are made live. So you see it is done here. So I can come up here and then hit the view page, and then I can see the page. So you can see our changes is live. The text we generated is now here. And that's how super simple it is. So right now, coming back here again, there's still some customization you can do from backend. So if you come to appearance, if you come to customize, so here you have some form of customization that you can do. And those were the things I wasn't trying to do earlier. I just wanted us to finish up so that we can come back here and do those customization for you to see how things work. So you can come down here for global, which is the first thing here. You can see you can change your typography, your colors. You can change you can style your buttons. So let's just check this one. Body front here. I might just click this, and then you can see what we have. I can change this to whatever we want. I can just do pop-ins. And you can see that the changes will be done live. So you can see the change is now done right here on our live website. So that's it. That's how to change. I might just want to change it from normal. I might want to make this maybe thin, or I might want to make this bold. Let's just make this bold, and let's see what we'll have. So you can see everything here is now bold. So this might want to be the direction you want to go. You might want to go the thin direction. Whatever it is that is okay with you. So this is how you can style your front, and this is basically this thing is too fainty, you can literally not see anything. So I'll leave this as normal. Then you can also change the general size, the front size of your website. In case you feel this front is too small, it's too big, you can play with them here by increasing them or reducing them depending on what you want to do. So it was 17 before, now this is at 24. So you can see this is quite very, very big. So I might just return it back to default 17 and leave it the way it is. So that's exactly how to change this. So I can close this. You can do this also for the headings. So that's it for typography. So you can come to colors. Like I showed you earlier, we can change our color palette from whatever color palette you want, but and leave this. So you can change this. You can make this global colors and change them here and there. So you can play around. You can see our background color as well. You may want to change your background colors, content background. You can change all of those things, and those things will change on the entire website. So that's it for colors. For our buttons too as well, we are pinky. You can see them here. You may want to change them to another color. So there are two variations really. So it's literally up to you. So I can choose this right now and just say I'm going the dark route. So I can also come down here and change this to maybe yellow, for example. So you can see our color, our buttons here are changed. So once you hover on them, it turns to black, and once it's active, it turns to yellow. So that's it. That's how to customize things here for the buttons on the entire website. So you may also want to have a scroll to top button. This is deactivated right now, but you can activate that and also choose where you want this to display, maybe on the desktop and mobile or just on the desktop alone. And you may want to choose the position if you want it to be at the right or at the left. So if you scroll down here, so you can see the button is here. You may want to increase the icon size depending on what you want. But again, something around this is okay. So you can further customize all of this. So let's leave this. I think I'll spend time here. Header builder. So here there's a lot we can do here to customize our heading. So you can see we have our logo here by far left, then the menu here and the button here, and that's what is represented here, as you can see. So you can say that you want your menu to be immediately after the logo. So you can drag it here so you can see it's changing. You can also drag your logo to the center in case that's what you want. So you can see it. So you can just easily drag all these things here and there, just drag and drop just to give your website. So you can just easily drag and drop this here and there to give your website exactly that look and that feel that you want. So I can return this back to how it used to be for the purpose of this example. So now you can literally click the logo now, and here you can see you can change your logo. You can remove this or change this logo. You can use different logos for Retina. So you can go and design your logo with Canva. Go to canva.com, design your logo there, and then bring it down here. There are still other customization you can do for your logo, like increasing your logo size. You can increase it, reduce it to an appropriate size that you want. You can also change your site title here and also your tagline as well. So that's it. You can come to design too as well for you to change colors, spacing, and all these things. So that's it. We can come back here and you can do the same thing for your button and your primary menu. If you walk all around here, so you can see that there are a lot of things you can change. You can also walk around the view footer as well. So if you come down here, so you can see our social icons, they are here. You can see this widget here definitely is the logo, and you can see this widget here definitely is this email. These things can be changed. And then our copyright. So you can change your copyright as well to whatever you want. So if you click this here, it will bring out this copyright. So I would advise that you leave this as your current year and your site title, because this will keep changing as a year. So you won't need to update this once it's 2024 or 2025. It will auto update itself. So you can just, in case you don't want to use the site title now, you can just change this here to whatever name you want to. So it will not be Dapsbrook anymore. It will be whatever you put there. So that's exactly how to make changes to this. So whatever you want to make changes to, you can click it for your social media icons. For example, you don't have a Behance account, you may change this. You don't have a Dribble account, you can remove this as well. So that's it. You can add more social media. You can add more social media accounts that you have. You can scroll down in case you have LinkedIn and you want to do LinkedIn. You can do that here, and then you can add social media. You can just do that in case you have Reddit or you have Pinterest, for example. You can also add that here. So that's exactly how to change things here. Super simple, super easy for you to customize things. You can come to design, change some colors, the background, and any other thing you want to do here. So that's it for our footer. And finally, for our site identity, you want to add a site icon. Site icon is something you see here. For example, this is Hostinger. This H here is a site icon. This is YouTube. This here is site icon. So you can see for this now we don't have anything. So for pixels, this P here is a site icon. Usually it is a file of 5112 by 5112, so you can go to Canva, design something around 5112 by 5112. It should just be square basically, and then upload it here so it will display here instead of this global icon. So that's how to update your site icon. You can also change your menu, go to your main menu or your filter menu, and then customize your menu. And that's literally up to you. So you can just go all around. And I think that's literally everything you need to do here for you to customize things. You can go all around, change things as you wish. So once you are done, hit the publish button and close this up, and then your customizer is gone. For the menu specifically, you can come down here. Instead of going to customize, you can go to menu directly or go to widget to make some changes as you wish. So that's literally all the default settings here around WordPress that you need to pay attention to. I believe this is super simple, super easy. For you to add new pages, you can come to pages and come to add new. These things are super easy. And then you can create the name of the page, and then you can edit the Elementor and do other things. It's not very easy. So for example, I can just call this page a demo page, and then I can edit this with Elementor. Since we are using Elementor, we want to stick with Elementor. You see that we have elements here, inner section, text, button. There are a lot of things. These are pro. We may not want to use this, but again, you may want to use template already by either Elementor or Astra. Astra has a lot of templates. So if you come down here and click this S, so you can see that we can now bring in some pages. So you can bring in pages from different templates into this, but you might have issues with CSS. So I would not advise that you use two different templates really. So you can come just to blocks, for example, and you can see that you have templates here already designed that you can bring in specifically into this page. Let's say you want to design your team page, a team of people, so you can just choose this. So you can see something close there. You can import this block, and that's it. So you can see this is already in that page. You can customize this to have the same details you have here, and you can still come down here, and then you can come to templates. So you can see that even Elementor has templates that you can use. So these are blocks. You can switch to pages, for example, and you can see that these pages here, they are free. The ones that are not are marked as pro. So you can literally import all these free templates into your page. So this is taking time to come up. So for example, I just want to insert this. You see, we already have this template here, so I can close this for us to see exactly what this would look like. So you can see this is the template here, quite very, very beautiful on our website. So you see, because it's a template here, it has its own footer here. You may just literally want to delete that off. So that's gone. I may literally want to remove this since this is not consistent anymore. So you can see this is fantastic, beautiful. And once you are done with this page, you can just literally come back here and publish this page. You can change the images, change the text like I showed you earlier, and it's super simple. Your website is ready. You can have a look. You can see the demo page is here, so you can see beautiful, isn't it? Beautiful. This is beautiful. So that's exactly how to create pages with Elementor. Elementor makes things extremely super easy. So let's exit this. All right, so you can see we are back here. So we have our page. pages here. The demo page we just created is now here. You can delete this page. You can edit it again, quick edit, or just edit directly with Elementor. So you can create more page, your terms and conditions, your privacy policy by default here is still a draft. Publish it or add more to it. That's literally up to you. So it's the same thing for posts. In case you want to have a blog, you can just come here, you see the post. And as a matter of fact, one of the things you should do, I missed this earlier, is to delete this hello world blog that is by default with every WordPress theme. Is something you should always delete. Very, very important. So you can see here, you can then add new blog post, and then you can add a blog page to your website. It's literally simple. So what you want to do in case you want to do that is for you to come to pages, come to all the pages. You can create a new page for blog. And once you do that, you have to go to your appearance, or you can either come to settings. And when you come to reading, you can specify what page is for your blog post. So if you have created a blog page, specify blog page here as your post page, and then hit the save changes button. Then add that page to your menu by coming to appearance, coming to menu. You can easily just drag that page. For example, just the same way I created this demo page, now I can select this, then add this to menu. And I can rearrange it here by just bringing it to wherever I want it to be. Here, I can rearrange all of this to as well and save my menu. This is the filter menu, really. I can use the main menu and select this. So I need to do this too for my main menu. And then I can just drag this somewhere here. I can save changes. I can drag the menu to be under the about to make it a sub menu. That's also possible. So if we come back right now, if we refresh this page, you can see that we now have the demo here in our menu. WordPress is super simple, super easy to use. So I believe that you should be able to design and install your WordPress website using Hotinger with this tutorial. If this has been super useful to you, give me a thumbs up. If you have any issues, do let me know in the comment section. I will look out to help you as much as possible. Do not forget to subscribe to this YouTube channel. That's the only way you get to be updated when I keep uploading more awesome WordPress tutorials. That's my time for this video. I would see you in another video, and until then, have a nice time.